This is a firestorm.
Hey guys, Jordan Fire here, bringing you another video. And so somebody commented on one of my videos asking me if I could make like a Darkmoor guide and then also showcase the gear that I've gotten and my stats that I have at the moment. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. In this video I am going to be going over the strategy that I used in Darkmoor for each of the bosses to get all of the gear. So yes, I do have all the gear. I have the hat, Shroud of Malistaire's Ire, the robes of Malistaire's Ire, and the boots of Malistaire's Ire. I also have the wand. I have the athame from the first boss in the third dungeon of Darkmoor. This is a really good athame. I would recommend going for this over the Morganth athame, because this first of all gives more block and it also gives accuracy, which is really good. I definitely take accuracy over 1 damage any day. Then I have this amulet, the Talisman of the Daystar, from one of the bosses in Darkmoor. I'm not sure which. I just got it the first time that I was doing all 3 dungeons of Darkmoor. So then I also have the Alpha and Omega ring, and then I have this deck, which is the craftable deck, which you need to fish for. Also, you need to. So for this deck, you can get it right here, just in Castle Darkmoor. For this deck, you need these perfect amethysts, I think that's how you say it. You need 2 gargoyles, which you can get just over here. They're a stormfish. It took me like, here, let me go ahead and go into my fishing real quick. Jolted decoys is me going for them, so that's how many times it took me. All those jolted decoys before I ended up getting 2 gargoyles. And then you also need each of the motes. The mote of eternity is what you get in Castle Darkmoor. These are reagents that are just drops. Then the other motes are the ones that you get in the 20, 40, and 60 dungeons that are located in Krokotopia and Marleybone. If you would like more information on that, you can look it up on YouTube. There are videos about the dungeons for those motes. So I'm gonna head right into this. These are the stats that I have that I would most likely use for PvP, with the full Darkmoor set, the Lunar Scepter of Anubis, the athame from the first boss of Darkmoor, the Amulet of Divine Influence, and then of course my pet, and then this deck. These are the stats I would use: 97 damage, 45 resist, 25 accuracy, 422 crit, 328 block, 13 armor piercing, 97 power pip, 5 shadow pip bonus, and 32 healing in. So yeah, these are my stats, and now I'm going to head in to the decks that you would want to use for Darkmoor. So I have 3 decks specifically set for Darkmoor whenever I'm doing Darkmoor, which I'm not doing it at the moment since I have gotten all the gear, but this is to help you guys achieve getting all the gear like I did. So this is the first deck I have. Usually I'll have it like this, since I am the fainter for my team. I will feint for my team. I will get all 3 feints onto the boss. So the strategy that I used, my team, we had a storm which had a good amount of critical and a good amount of damage, and of course they'd be hitting. They'd go last every single battle. They'd go last. Get all of them in the first turn, but get them last. So I was the fainter. The first round I just fainted, the second round I fainted, and the third round I fainted, and we'd usually hit on the third round. Then if you're in Darkmoor and you're blading your storm, you definitely want to conviction the first round. So I suggest getting some conviction TCs and putting them in your TC deck. It's really good to conviction the first round, because then you won't get stunned from the boss whenever you blade. So definitely conviction the first round, blade the second round, blade the third round, and the storm should hit on the third round. That's usually what my team did. You can wait a little bit longer, but I'm pretty sure the boss will Abominable Snowman or whatever it is. I don't know the spell. I'm sorry, I don't know the spell. But they'll use that and get the minus 75 on him on the 4th or 5th round. So you definitely want to hit before then. So I was a fainter. I fainted the first 3 rounds. The other people, we had a balance that conviction the first round, and then used like balance blade second round, blade storm third round, and then we had some other person that conviction the first round, sharpen blade elemental blade the first round, and then regular elemental blade the second round, or I meant the second and third round, and then the storm would blade themselves the first round and then hit the third round with either a squall or a tempest, and they ended up doing a good amount of damage with that. Alright, sorry about that, I am back. So yeah, that's what you do for the first boss. For the second boss, let me go on to my second deck here. For the second boss, what me and my team did is, what Shane Von Shane does is he will put a supercharge on himself if one of your team blades. So what we would do is we'd make sure somebody would blade the first round and the storm would steal charm from Shane Von Shane. So that's what we did for those 2 people, and then the other 2 people, one of them would, and first of all, the storm has to go last, and then of course the person that's blading the storm has to go before them, which would be before last. Okay. So then the 2 other people, somebody would death the spell and the other person would faint. The person that death dispelled had to go before the person that would faint, because what happens is Shane Von Shane will get rid of the faint with a death spell, but if you death dispel him, then he will not get rid of the faint. So I would usually faint the first round, the second round, and the third round, and the other person would death dispel all of those rounds. Then the other person would be blading the storm this whole time. The storm would blade himself and then also convert the boss, because I'm pretty sure Shane Von Shane is storm, so you definitely don't want to have that resistance there. So depending on how many storm minions there were, you'd either mass convert or just storm convert the boss. So then after that, you on the third round is when we would hit. The storm would hit with either squall or tempest. We'd usually have 3 feints on the boss. We'd have quite a few blades, and it would do a good amount of damage. Kill him in 3 rounds, just like that. Then that was pretty easy. So just make sure you have Steel Charm for the storm, and make sure somebody blades the first round if you are going to Steel Charm. Then for the third boss, which is Malistaire, obviously, what we would do is we would worry about the traps on him, and then we would worry about the blades, because when worrying about the blades, you also have to count how many rounds until he will take away the blades with the dragon that comes down. So we would get all the traps on. We would get a TC trap, TC spirit trap, we would get a potent spirit trap and a regular spirit trap. Then the storm would use convert, and then we'd put on regular storm trap, potent storm trap, or not, I meant elemental trap. We use regular elemental trap, potent elemental trap, and TC elemental trap. and then we'd also and then the storm would also storm trap if they had some. And then after we got all those traps taken care of, we'd heal a little bit, and then we'd start counting the rounds to start blading. If you go first, then you can hit on the 4th round, like when the, like counting from the round that the dragon comes down, like the dragon comes down, that is round 1 right there. You can hit on the 4th round. If you're second, you want to hit on the 3rd round. So we'd blade up the storm, and then the storm would hit with either squall or tempest, and we'd kill him for the first time. Now during this time, we have TC sanctuaries and TC doom and glooms. We usually keep up a TC sanctuary the whole time, and then the round that we kill Malistaire the first time is the round that you doom and gloom. TC doom and gloom preferably, because what happens is instead of him spawning with 100k health, he will spawn with 25k health, and that will make it tons easier for you. So then after you do that, then we'll just start blading and trapping again to end up killing Malistaire for the second time. I hope this guide has helped you guys. If you have any questions about anything, just go ahead and leave it in the comments below. Give this video a like, share it to your friends, and I wish you all good luck in Malistaire, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.